It's Gorman in the morning with Fletcher and Ryder. Now, 92 KQRS.
Gorman in the morning. Minnesota's 92 KQRS. Good Monday morning. Gary Clark Jr. with a cover of the Beatles, Come Together.
Yeah.
Fitting as it was on this day 62 years ago that the term Beatlemania was first used in England.
Really?
Which means Paul McCartney, who will be here Friday night, has been that guy for 62 years.
That's a good run.
Yeah, when I'm the most famous man on earth for 64 years. That's not what he was talking about when he wrote When I'm 64, but hey, it applies almost. Good God almighty. It's Monday. Like that, I'm in a good mood, Paul Fletcher.
You are? I'm happy to hear that.
Oh, I'm doing what I can, Ryder.
That's lovely.
Oh, well. La-di-da, la-di-da.
Wow.
Oh, man. You got to start me off and reminding me that I'm sad. Paul Fletcher, give me some headlines, brother.
Minnesota breweries had their their best ever showing at the Great American Beer Festival, snagging 4 medals, including 2 gold. Northbound Smokehouse and Brew Pub won gold for a second straight year, actually, for their Eisbach. And Lupulin Brewing won gold for their Oktoberfest.
Okay.
Prize won a silver, and Black Stack won a bronze.
Looks like I picked the wrong month to stop drinking.
Did you pick this month to stop?
What do you think?
No. Okay. Oscar-winning actress Diane Keaton passed away, age 79, Saturday. Of course, you probably know this.
Bummer.
Cause of death was not immediately known. Her many iconic films, of course, include Annie Hall, The Godfather trilogy, The First Wives Club, Something's Got to Give, Father of the Bride.
Here's a little more.
You play very well.
Oh, yeah? So do you. Oh, God, what a dumb thing to say, right? I mean, you say it, you play well, and then right away I have to say you play well. Oh, God, Annie. Well, la-di-da, la-di-da, la-la. Yeah.
There was a time when you could just be kind of a weirdo, oddball, unique person and have a career in Hollywood.
Yeah.
And, boy, those were good days.
Yeah.
Because Diane Keaton was all of those things.
Hell yeah.
Man, I mean, like, that's a lifelong thing. I don't remember not thinking Diane Keaton was the coolest thing in the world. And by the way, you don't have to say the Godfather trilogy. We don't need to mention the third one. But the first 2, oh, man, more than earned her keep.
Oh, yeah.
Well, the writers had the trilogy in there. Red Hot Chili Peppers drummer Chad Smith was in town over the weekend to launch his scholarship at the University of Minnesota, named to honor his parents, who are U of M alumni. And he joined, among other things, he joined the U of M marching band at halftime.
The Red Hot Chili Peppers' third straight #1 hit when it was released in 2006. This is Snow. Hey-o!
And there's Chad Smith playing some drums. That's really just in there so you can hear the PA announcer say,
"Hey-o!" Chad Smith, who has famously played like the national anthem on a drum kit at many a sporting event over the years.
Oh, very cool.
Pistons games, he goes back and does that. It's that dude will set up he'll have a drum kit set up anywhere and sit down and play it. So God bless him.
He had a pretty cool U of M themed drum kit for the halftime show. The scholarship he set up is intended for students in underserved and underrepresented communities who have come through the Minnesota's community music programs. Not only did he do the marching band thing at halftime, but he also set up and played with the School of Music's rock band as well for, I think, a luncheon.
Very cool. Very cool.
The Canadian Pacific Holiday Train is preparing to make its way across the Midwest this December, with 5 stops scheduled in Minnesota starting December 12th through the 17th. They stop as far north as Thief River Falls, but there are plenty of stops here in the Twin Cities, including, but not limited to, Hastings, St. Paul, St. Louis Park, Minneapolis, and like I said, more. A holiday train rolls up. It's decked out in holiday lights. It stops. There's live music on one of the cars.
Okay.
And it's family friendly. It's all free. Yes.
Can we get a haunted train first?
Oh, that would be cool,
Can
right?
we get a haunted train rolling through town?
It's a great idea.
I like that one.
That would be a hit. I think people would love to see a haunted train.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Get some band up there playing Monster Mash and crap like that.
Oh, yeah.
Come on.
It's designed to fundraise for our local food banks also, by the way. It's free, family-friendly, but non-perishable donations are good. Cash is good. You don't have to. It's out in the public. You can just roll up. We've done it twice in the past.
Nice.
And actually, one of the bands is fairly well known that's making the stops here in the Twin Cities. They're called American Authors. The lead singer's from Minnetonka, but they live in L.A. or something like that.
Okay.
So, yeah. You've heard the Best Day of My Life. I'm sure you've heard that song.
No. What's that movie that's animated with Tom Hanks and he's on the train and it's going to the North Pole? And
Oh, damn. I know what
Polar
you're
Express.
Yes,
God,
Polar
I hated
Express.
that.
Yeah, you and me both. The animation's weird.
Yep.
Just a quick reminder, the Aussie doc Coming Home is out today. It's available for streaming on Peacock. We've been speculating for weeks, months, it seems, that it would eventually appear here in the States, and it is indeed starting today.
Very nice.
An Ocean's 11 prequel is on the way. While George Clooney teases Ocean's 14, Bradley Cooper and Margot Robbie are in talks to star in the prequel. The project will tell the tale of what happened before Danny Ocean, George Clooney, and his team pulled off that ultimate casino heist in 2001.
Finally.
Yeah, I've been waiting.
Ooh, hold on. Let me just exhale.
Doesn't it feel like this would fit Bradley Cooper pretty well, though? And Margot Robbie's great in anything.
I mean, easy on the eyes, but I can't even take it serious. Who cares? I mean, are these movies any good? The first one was, I guess.
I liked the first one.
Second one.
If we figured out why Danny Ocean ended up in jail before Brad Pitt went to pick him up, I might like that.
Okay, so
Yeah.
maybe that's the answer's finally going to come across. All right.
I wouldn't mind seeing what happened between him and Julia Roberts that made her so angry at him. Like,
Okay.
that'd be cool.
All
Yeah,
right.
I'm into it. Or else I wouldn't have brought it up.
That just sounds like the 90s to me. I'm
Yeah.
like my daughter Marley now. I'm like, you know what? That was the 19s. Who cares?
Los Angeles Lakers fan is taking LeBron James to court for false advertising. Last week, the NBA star posted his highly anticipated, quote, second decision on social media. Of course, the last time he did this decision was 2010 when he moved from Cleveland to Miami, taking his talents to South Beach. Well, they thought that this one was going to be a retirement announcement. It turned out to be an ad for Hennessy. Now, Andrew Garcia wants James to compensate him for over $800 for premium seats he bought while expecting the upcoming season to be LeBron's last.
Someone really needs to have a long talk with this young man. I'm sorry. That's the dumbest. That's worse than, that's the dumbest lawsuit of the year.
It's not his fault that you assumed.
Yeah. Yeah. You're
Did
just
you guys,
getting.
was anyone fooled by the teaser for this
No.
clip? Like,
No, only this guy.
Only this guy?
Only
Okay.
this idiot.
Yeah. He's been getting coverage, too. It's crazy.
Yeah. Here we are. He got what he wanted, which is people in Minnesota are talking about him.
Okay, well, we won't talk about it anymore then.
Other
All right.
sports?
We got some sports.
Real sports?
Let's see here. Over the weekend, Saturday night, the Wild showed up at home after their big opening night win in St. Louis.
They showed up?
They were in the arena in a game against Columbus, and Kirill with a hat trick, which was awesome, except it was the wrong Kirill. It was Kirill Marchenko for Columbus, who had a hat trick. Dumped 7-4 Saturday night at the Gino, or the G spot, as I think it should be called.
Sure.
Total props to you for that one, Ryder. So now 1-1 with a home game tonight as well. You were there. What? They just came out flat? What's the story?
No, they weren't flat. They had some energy. It was sloppy.
Okay.
They just played bad hockey. The defense,
happens.
not to get too deep in the woods, but the defensive zone was a mess. Then I'll tell you this though, presentation, you're gonna have a blast to go to a game. They've stepped it up.
Saturday night, the Gophers somehow beat Purdue through three quarters. The Gophers had 16 yards rushing to 239 for Purdue, and they were down by 14 points. I'm sorry, and they were down 10 points. They somehow came back and scored 14 points in the last 7 minutes.
Wow.
The stadium was basically empty. No one saw the Gophers get that win because everybody's like, well, we saw Chad Smith and we're getting our asses kicked. Let's get out of here.
Yeah.
But hey, you know what? They're 4-2, 2-1 in the Big Ten. They got a Friday night game against Nebraska this weekend. Let's talk about the Minnesota Vikings, who thankfully didn't play. They need to rest up. But around the division, the Lions lost last night. Sorry about that, Ryder. To the Chiefs. Not only that, they also had a giant brawl. Lions safety Brian Branch. He's a bit of a knucklehead.
He's a hothead, yeah.
He certainly is. Over $100,000 in fines in his first 3 years in the league. And he went at Juju Smith-Schuster at the end of the game last night. By going at him, I mean Schuster put out his hand and Brian Branch punched him in the face. So a bit of a brawl blowing up right there to finish the game. The Packers are 3-1-1 after they beat Cincinnati and Joe Flacco. Surprisingly spry Joe Flacco, who's 71 years old. Baseball, Milwaukee dispatched a surprisingly chipper Chicago Cubs team over the weekend. Milwaukee will play the Dodgers in the NLCS. The Dodgers' payroll is $509 million.
Ooh.
The Brewers, $121 million.
Wow.
And I think the Brewers are going to win that series. Seattle's up
that'd be
1-0 over the Blue Jays. Which is and the big dumper had a home run in the game. I mean, the Seattle Mariners, the unsung under the radar team of the year, still rolling right along. Harris, Minnesota. What's up, Harris?
Wow.
Come
Harris,
on.
Minnesota. It's not a name you hear too often. Harris.
Gorman in the morning. Coming right back. 92 KQRS. Streaming from 92KQRS.com. Gorman in the morning is back. 92 KQRS.
Gorman in the morning, Minnesota's 92 KQRS. The killer in me is Phyllis Diller in you. I always thought that would have made more sense. Hey, Paul McCartney's playing Friday night in Minneapolis.
Historic.
Kind of historic
sort
over
of
at
a
the
big
U.S.
deal.
Bank Stadium. It's a big weekend. You got McCartney on Friday. You got the Eagles, the defending Super Bowl champs, on Sunday.
Ooh.
It's a lot going on over there.
Yeah, they're going to be a busy bank.
So let's put together our Monday morning mixtape. What are you looking to hear? What are you hoping to hear? If you are planning to attend, you got a whole bunch. My God, you got 60 plus years of music to pick from.
Yeah.
I imagine this will generally stir in more deep cuts, but let's see what we got on the Luther Westside Volkswagen Talking text line 651-989-ROCK.
Claudia says we can work it out.
Okay.
Sure.
Good chance of that.
Yeah.
I did see he's been playing Help for the first time in forever.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
cool.
Which is obviously a John song, but hey, that's quite all right.
I'm sure it's paying tribute, right?
Yeah, that's doing what he can. Actually opened with it a few times. So
Yeah.
I saw Paul McCartney in 2022, and when they come out, when the show starts, the lights go down, the band comes up, and you're like, oh my God, there he is. And he opened with Can't Buy Me Love. And let me tell you something.
Nice.
Yeah, you're like,
That
the
would be
song's
really
60
cool.
years old. No, it's like, oh, that's the guy that wrote that song.
Yeah.
That's the same guy.
Yes.
That's not him playing that part in a movie. That's that same guy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And a
it's-
crowd pleaser. Everyone can sing it.
That one's
Yeah, there was 2 hours and 50 minutes of crowd pleasers.
Yeah, right.
When I last saw him.
So many of them are timeless, obviously, but Can't Buy Me Love might be
man.
one of the most timeless.
When I was a kid, when I was a kid, I've been a Beatles obsessive jerk my whole life. But I went off on the solo stuff as well in the 70s, and I leaned towards Paul and Wings. It was just more of a band. The live album, Wings Over America, 6 sides, triple album. There was about a year of my life where I listened to most of it every single day.
Oh.
And he doesn't do it anymore, but the whole Venus and Mars into the song Rock Show, that's the one I would, when this thing kicks in and it's just all the lyrics about what it's like to be at a rock show.
Sure.
What's that man moving across the stage? Looks like the one used by Jimmy Page. I mean,
Yes.
man, when I was a kid, rocking the tennis racket guitar, pretty great.
It's a great call.
I had not only did I have the tennis racket guitar, I had the double neck 2 tennis racket guitar that I rigged up because I wanted to look like I was carrying the one used by Jimmy Page.
Of course.
Right.
Because that's how cool I was.
Heck yeah, it is.
All the girls wanted to hang out with me in 7th grade,
Yeah.
playing air guitar in the basement. Paul Fletcher on the Luther Westside Volkswagen Talk and text line. No shortage of suggestions.
Absolutely. Serpico said, everybody's got something to hide except for me and my monkey.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, that's a good pick.
Wow.
Yeah.
The old, I saw a band called Uncle Green play that once, and I was like, they're not really playing this, and they just knocked it out of the park. And I was like, wow, way to go, Uncle Green.
Nice. Jeffrey from Maple Grove says paperback writer.
On the short list for me, favorite Beatles songs, always. Simple and just deadly drum track.
Very good pick. Yeah.
Fantastic, man.
Let's see here. What was the other one? Patrick says, gotta hear, listen to what the man says. That's another.
Oh,
that's
really?
Another,
Little
that's a
Wings
good one.
number?
Yeah.
Sure, from the Venus and Mars album.
You know what? I want to throw one in.
Sure.
Okay.
What was yours?
God, I don't know. It's hit me for forever. Just right from the get-go, Blackbird.
Oh, sure.
It's just, I don't know. This one just gets me. It always has.
Well, it's a beautiful song.
Strikes me deep.
It's he played it when I saw him a few years ago, and he said, this is for everyone who thinks they're playing it right because no one does.
Okay.
And I'll take his word for it.
Yeah, probably, huh?
I will take his word for it.
The Luther Westside Volkswagen text line wide open, 651-989-ROCK.
Blackbird,
one more from
years before people started to realize, oh, that's a song about the civil rights movement. That's exactly what he was writing about.
I guess I hadn't paid that close of attention
Yeah.
either.
Well, he didn't mention it in 1968 when the White Album was released.
Sure.
It was
Right.
like, and then you hear it and go, oh, well, duh.
Of course.
Oh, well,
Yes.
duh. Right now, let's talk about some weird rules we all grew up in. The Gorman house, a lot of rules.
Okay.
A lot of rules.
Were any of them strange?
Most of them were strange.
Okay.
They get stranger with time. Although to be fair, there were 8 kids, and so you really got to run a pretty tight ship,
For
or
sure.
chaos will reign. But not so much strange, but just absolutely unimpeachable. You get out of bed, you stand up, you make that bed right away. I knew that when I was 4.
Fair
Really?
enough.
Oh yeah.
That's the Marine dad, right?
That's exactly what that is.
Yeah.
My dad had a whole thing of just the first thing, that bed better be made. So of course, once I got out of the house, the first thing I did was not make a bed for years. And then one day I woke up and started making my bed again, and my life made a lot more sense.
Okay.
Make of that what you will.
Mm-hmm.
No phone calls after 7. Even when I was 9th, 10th grade.
Wow.
Okay.
The
Okay.
family phone, which is to say the phone, it would ring at 7:30 p.m. and either one of my parents would answer it and be like, "Yep, no, he can't come to the phone right now. We'll see you tomorrow at school." Just
7 o'clock.
No. Can you imagine what those parents would do with smartphones? they would not have been welcome, I can tell you that.
Yeah, 100%.
Our house, it was no calls during what my parents called the dinner hour, which
Sure.
was between 6 and 7. Even if we were eating dinner at 5:30, it was
Right.
no calls during the dinner hour.
Oh, the phone would just ring. Yeah, and you'd be at the table. It'd be easier if you just got up and answered it and said, call back later. But no, it would ring 31 times.
Our house, pretty normal.
Yeah.
I hate to say it, but I wish I had something grand. But it was don't leave the table till you finish your food, pick up your room, that kind of crap. However, a friend of mine's parents had one really weird rule.
Okay.
We had sleepovers all the time. We were besties through junior high. We weren't allowed to sleep in the same room, though.
Really?
I don't know what the hell they thought was going to happen. We, of course, would wait till they fell asleep, and then we'd hang out until all hours of the night.
Yeah.
But that's the way. And so I always went to a different room when we were finally ready to go to sleep, so we didn't wake up in the same room. I don't know what they thought was going to happen, but
That's
bizarre.
That sounds like painful memories or something.
Yeah.
Something went down somewhere.
Yeah.
Or someone saw a movie once and thought that was reality. Oof.
They didn't understand the point of the sleepover, which was
Yeah.
all of the kids sleep in the living room or the basement
That's right.
or whatever.
Yeah.
I usually, I would always bring a sleeping bag and just plan on sleeping on his floor. But then, that went quickly went away.
I got this one early on from my dad. What this is, I can still remember the first time I ever took a shower. I mean, I was 8. It was just baths.
Yeah.
We were
Right.
The kids took baths.
We started off as a bath
Yeah,
family.
and then at some point, my mom said, "Honey, just go take a shower." And my parents had just the shower stall, not a shower head over a bathtub. It was just a shower.
Sure.
And I walked in there it was like I was being confirmed again. Oh my God, this is a pretty magical day. Then I stepped in and took my very first shower, and I was in there for what felt like I was like, I'm never leaving. This is unbelievable.
It's the best.
But I already learned by that point, because early on in life, stepping out of the bathtub as a kid, and I step out onto the bath mat, and my dad goes, hey, no, step back. And I'm like, oh, and he handed me a towel. He said, you wipe your feet before you step on the bath mat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
My
I've heard
house
of this.
too.
that was such a hard, fast rule. And of course, it's like, okay, well, so I didn't know I was getting a yoga class here too. I'm a kid. I
What's
got
the
one
point of
foot
the
up.
bath mat?
I don't know. It's to make sure it never gets wet.
guess.
It's to be comforting for your foot, but not be. We're going to ignore the absorbent quality of that bath mat. That was an absolute.
nuts.
Do not get a wet foot on that bath mat.
Oh, yeah.
Just really bizarre to me. I will wet foot my bath mat today just to shove it in my dad's face. I'm 60 years old.
This is a good one. I got a text from my wife.
Yeah.
She said, I was raised Mormon, which she was.
Okay.
I'm not really sure what's considered weird.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of things that I do, and I'm like, well, this is how we did it growing up. And then Mr. Ryder's like, dude, that's weird.
Yeah, sure.
And I did not realize any of this stuff until I was 39 years old.
And so, you know what? That's better than 49. The Luther Westside Volkswagen talking text line 651-989-ROCK. What are the weird rules you endured as a kid? When I was a kid, we would take our lunches to school every morning. We're talking about weird household rules. And every now and again, one would get thrown down to the younger kids that my older siblings hadn't endured themselves. And they would be like honestly, my oldest brother's 14 years older than me. He was raised by very different people than who raised me. He was the first child, and they were young and energetic. When I showed up, they were old, tired, grumpy, and there was 7 other kids they had to consider. But one day, my mom came home. I was probably 3rd grade, and she had we had brown paper lunch bags.
Of course.
There was a time when I had a lunchbox, and at some point that gave way to the paper bag for whatever reason.
What kind of lunchbox?
I had an astronaut. I had just the astronauts. It just showed like a dude on, not a trademarked thing. It was just about astronauts. And I had a Scooby-Doo lunchbox as well.
Nice.
Paper bags.
Yep.
My mom came home from the store one day, and she had 3 sets of brown paper bags. And one of them written all over it multiple times, Steve, and then Doug, and Dave. So the 3 youngest boys, we had our own personalized lunch bags. And I thought that was really cool.
Yeah.
And I took my first one out the next day. I made my lunch. I went to school, and I walked back in the door. My mom goes, "Where's your bag?" I go, "What?" She goes, "Where's your lunch bag?" I go, "What do you mean, where's my lunch bag?" She goes, "Honey, these have your name on it. You have to save these." And I was like, reusable paper lunch bags? And she looked at me like I was crazy, and I looked at her like she was crazy. She's like, "Honey, those are very expensive." I'm like, "What? You didn't tell me."
The brown paper
The
bags?
brown paper bags. She was expected them to be reused. And that's but and I had friends who did this. We never reused paper towels, but I had friends, the Schauses, and you'd go to their house and you would see paper towels like over the faucet in over the handle drying to be reused.
I will say this.
Man.
My mom reuses Ziploc bags. She cleans them out. It turns them inside out, cleans them, and then uses them again.
I get that. I wouldn't use them for myself, but for like when Chauncey goes places, we have a whole bag of Ziploc bags to put his meals in if he's going to get boarded and stuff.
Yeah.
We'll reuse those.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you throw away a Ziploc bag,
bag,
and before you know it, a porpoise is choking on it somewhere in the ocean.
100%.
I'm just trying to do my part.
Yeah, that's good of you.
Another big thing in my family, you'd be surprised with so many boys in the house, but farting was absolutely a no-no. You got up and left the room if you had to have gas.
Wow.
I mean, if my dad wasn't around, we'd just let him rip. But it was like, if you blasted one and my dad was in the room, he was just like, there was just a thing with him, and basically bodily functions were prohibited.
I read a comment online that said that there was just a random person who had her house rule. You had to walk outside to the mailbox to fart. That was the family rule.
To the mailbox?
Yeah, to the mailbox and back. That was the rule.
Wow.
If you were going to fart,
January, when it's like 10 below.
Yeah, they must have been in someplace tropical.
That's a good euphemism, though. Time to check the mail. I mean, anybody get the mail yet? I mean, that's what that is.
100%.
Minnesota, the state where Paul McCartney will be Friday night. He'll be right down the street at the U.S. Bank Stadium.
Damn.
Oh, baby. And we want to give away tickets. We got a couple of people locked and loaded to play Twin Cities Civil War. Let's get to it, shall we? Andy from Minneapolis lives in Longfellow. He's our east side contestant. And then we'll have Steve from Rockford on the west side. We're going to start with you, Andy. Good morning.
Good morning.
Are you ready to play?
I'm ready.
All right, I'm going to fire these questions. You answer them as soon as you have the answer. You can always pass. The first answer you give is your answer. No changes. What else? What am I forgetting, guys? Is that it?
That's everything. Just interrupting.
Feel free to chime in if you know the answer before Steve, and the timer is 60 seconds to get as many as you can.
Hey, and we got a score, overall score, a historical score. West is up 4-3. So, Andy, it's all on you.
All right, here we go, Andy. Ready?
Yep.
Set, go.
Ranking first in the nation, 1 in 6 Minnesotans own what type of recreational vehicle?
Truck.
Jay Jettas is the nickname of what current Minnesota Vikings wide receiver known for his gritty end zone celebration dance?
Justin Jefferson.
Despite St. Paul being the state's capital, the Minnesota State Fair actually takes place in what neighboring city?
Falcon Heights.
Adele's chart-topping single, Someone Like You, was co-written by Dan Wilson, frontman for what Minnesota band? I'm going to move on. Operating continuously since 1860 in New Ulm, what is Minnesota's oldest brewery?
Shell's Brewery.
Just performing 2 sold-out shows in the Twin Cities this weekend, Bob Mould famously fronted what band formed in the late 80s in St. Paul?
Pass.
Who collaborated with Paul McCartney on the song Ebony and Ivory?
Pass.
What fictional spokeswoman was created by the Washburn Crosby Company, later known as General Mills? Oh. All right.
Okay.
Let's see how Andy did.
All right. He missed on truck, recreational vehicle. The answer is boat.
Oh, I thought he said boat. What's wrong with
he
me?
said truck.
He said truck.
He said truck.
You're right.
Yeah. Adele's chart-topping single was co-written by Dan Wilson of Semisonic.
Okay.
And Bob Mould founded Husker Du. Let's see here. Paul McCartney collaborated with Stevie Wonder on Ebony and Ivory, and the final one, the Washburn Company, Betty Crocker. So we have a total of 3.
Three
which
correct
is respectable.
answers.
All right.
That's right.
I can get a win.
Yeah, no, you're right in the zone there. All right, now it's time for Steve from the West Side. Steve, good morning. Steve. All right, you ready to play?
Yep.
If you don't know the answer, you can say pass. If you know the answer before I finish talking, blurt it out. Here we go. Count them in, Ryder.
Ready, set, go.
Minnesota's current state seal was adopted in May of 24 and features what iconic bird?
Loon.
What Minnesota-born beverage has the slogan "From the land of sky blue waters"?
Ham.
Starring Paul Newman as Fast Eddie and Jackie Gleason as Minnesota Fats, what 1961 film follows a small-time pool hustler challenging a legendary player?
Pass.
Name for the wall of pigment covering its eyes that help it see through murky waters. What is the state fish of Minnesota?
Pig's eye.
Name the post-Beatles Paul McCartney band that also featured his wife, Linda.
Wings.
What Minnesota-based memorabilia manufacturer has crafted both high school class rings for the past 125 years and 38 of the 59 Super Bowl championship rings?
I know.
Fans occasionally chant Norm Green still sucks more than 30 years. Oof. Man, where are we at here?
We're in a precarious position is where we're at.
All right.
Minnesota Fats was in The Hustler. The fish we were looking for, the wall of their eye is the walleye.
Okay.
And the memorabilia company, or the jeweler that does the rings is Jostens. We have a total of 3, so we have a tie.
Wow. Okay.
So we're going to a tiebreaker.
All right. I'm excited about that. What are we going to do for a tiebreaker, Ryder?
I got a question, but I got to get everybody here first.
All right. Get everybody locked and loaded.
All right. So we have both Andy will get to answer first, followed by Steve. The tiebreaker question is, how many stars, whether they have names in them or not, how many stars are on First Avenue?
Andy, what's the answer?
Is it closest
I'm going
with
to
going
say
over?
120.
Andy says
120.
120.
Steve, what do you think?
121.
Oh, boy.
Well, we're giving it to Steve then. It is 530 stars on the exterior.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That's a lot of stars.
I would have never guessed that.
Andy, thanks for playing. Steve, thanks for playing, and congratulations, sir. You got tickets to see McCartney Friday night.
I just lost.
Wait, all right.
We'll get him.
Get back on the horn.
Yeah.
Call
We'll
us
get
back.
Steve back from Rockford, yeah.
Ryder was so excited she slammed the phone down on both of you. All right, Steve, call back in. We'll make sure you get your tickets.
Man.
Gorman in the morning. Coming right back. 92 KQRS. Streaming from 92KQRS.com. Gorman in the morning is back. 92 KQRS.
No rain from Blind Melon, and just like that, our favorite little bumblebee stumbles into the studio. Maggie Faris, what's up? Remember that video, the first time you saw it, and the little girl in the bumblebee costume, and she was all like, happy
The No
at
Rain
the end?
video?
No.
You've never seen it?
I don't think so.
Oh, my gosh,
I
man.
don't know. Please
Have you
send
even
it to me. I
Iconic.
need joy in my life.
Where were you in
Hurry.
1995?
I
Have
was
you even ever lived?
asleep. One time.
God.
Once I did.
Once?
I don't know. Send it to me.
All she wanted to do was be a bumblebee. That's all.
Let's see it.
Yeah, well, you just keep
Okay.
doing your thing, and
Listen,
I'll bring it up.
fine.
And we can watch
Okay,
it.
let's go at your piece then. Here I am.
Good morning, Maggie.
Good morning.
Where do we catch you? Between what and what?
Are you talking gigs?
Just today.
Oh,
Like, what's your
I just got back from Montana, and there's
Oh, nice.
you wouldn't think that the best comedy festival in the nation is in Montana, but it is.
Really?
Yeah, and so it's like 24 of the nation's best up and coming comics,
Okay.
and you're just sitting there yelling road stories and screaming jokes at each other and riffing and riffing and riffing. So I have like half a voice today because it was just way too much fun.
Whereabouts in Montana are we
Billings,
talking?
Montana. It's called Big Sky Comedy Festival.
Yeah.
The best festival in the nation by far.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, so fun.
But how did you actually lose your voice, though?
Well, they brought me on stage for this set, and they said, do between 10 minutes and 45 minutes. I was like, okay, you're just going to light me? All right.
Okay.
But they brought me up to my favorite song, unbeknownst to me, and I ended up like scream singing it the whole way through before I even started my act.
What song is that?
So much joy. Don't Stop Me Now, Queen. That's my favorite. Yeah, I can't.
We play that.
I can't not sing that at full volume.
That's
and
what it's there
full
for.
Heart. Yes.
Yeah, you got to emote.
Oh, it was amazing. So that was very fun, but that's why I have half a voice today.
That all checks out.
Thank you. There's science behind it.
Well, and we are scientists on the radio, not in real life. But we do play scientists here.
I love your lab coat. I can't believe you chose purple.
Well, listen, I love the headband.
Thank you.
Know? I mean, it's a strong look.
It's the gold trim on his purple lab coat that really does it for me.
I mean, he's fancy.
Speaking of comedy festivals, let's talk about this weekend, Saturday, the Excelsior Comedy Festival. You're a part of this whole shenanigans.
It's going to be a banger. It's the first ever. I don't know that they've ever laughed in Excelsior before.
Excelsior Brewing Company is where the laughs will go down. It opens at 1 p.m. on Saturday, and it's free to the public. And there's a ton of comics on this bill, yourself included.
Tons.
I do want to mention the photo. There's a photo of you on their website.
Okay.
It's you. I wouldn't even know how to describe this. I can tell you this.
Okay.
I am currently very painfully moving through what I call the middle passage, which is with my hair. Because I cut it all off a few months ago, and now I'm still not sure if I'm going to cut it all off again or let it grow out again.
Yeah.
And so right now, what I see when I look in the mirror is like a mid-'80s female professional bowler's haircut. That's what it looks like to me.
Well,
then I look at this photo of you, and I go, no, that is the mid-'80s female professional bowler's haircut.
Way better. I love, though, when you're growing it out, and there's, that middle stage, that, Little Lord Fauntleroy stage, or, Amelie. I mean, you kind of have that hard male bob.
It's terrible.
Until it's really grown. That photo was taken as a character I do on a DIY series that I can not mention. But it's very funny, and I'm surprised they picked that photo. It's not really an official headshot of mine or anything.
No, it doesn't. But it definitely looks like you are in character.
Oh, 100%.
Is there full party in the back on that hair?
Yes,
okay,
yes.
yeah,
I grew that out for that
mullet.
web series.
Wait,
if we ever do it,
is real?
100%. That's all me. That's all me.
I thought for sure.
One day I will do a Kickstarter for season 2, and I will grow it out again.
Okay.
Yeah.
As a hockey player, I am so jealous.
Right?
Of that.
It looks good, doesn't it?
I can see the female bowler thing, but I also see 1985 NHL player.
Yes, and I was also going for a classic junior high gym teacher. 100%.
Yeah, too.
Yeah.
You got the glasses for that.
Yes.
My elementary school gym teacher, Mrs. Hutchings, she had that exact haircut, and she would. I loved this because we were doing it was like PE, and then there was one day I remember doing tumbling on the mat, the forward roll, and she would squat down and say, okay, now what we'll do is, and then she would say, Charlene, and then there was one girl that would do it because she couldn't actually do the forward roll. She would describe how to go in, how to tuck your head, and do everything but actually do it. And even as a kid, I was like, I don't think I should take her seriously. She's not even able to do a forward roll, and yet here she is teaching us.
Yep. She's a character.
And by the way, if you want to see the hair, the glasses, the socks almost up to your knees, and check out more about this awesome thing.
And the jorts. Don't forget the jorts.
And the jorts.
Oh, yes.
If
I
you
can't even tell you what the T-shirt says.
Then don't.
Okay.
Then don't. They can see for themselves at ExcelsiorComedyExpo.com. That's really what I was getting
that's
at.
fair.
And they can find out more about what the heck we're talking about.
I wish it had a link to that series, but it's probably not.
No, there's no link.
Okay,
it's
fine.
just a pretty picture.
Baby steps, one thing at a time.
One thing at a time.
Take it easy.
Yeah, we're opening doors.
Maggie,
Yes.
We were talking earlier in the show about things that we look back on in life and recognize a little odd from the family rules that we grew up with.
Yeah.
I had one. There was one in my house. You couldn't put a wet foot out of the tub or shower onto the bath mat.
Oh,
my dad's thing was no, grab the towel while you're still in the tub or in the shower, dry your foot, then step out. Weird.
Ah.
And I did. I was like,
That's why there is a bath mat.
Exactly. Yeah. a very absorbable. I mean,
Yeah, that's
the
the point
absorbency
of
is
it,
kind of
right?
the point. But we had some of those weird ones that we couldn't use the phone after like 7 p.m. Friends would call, and my mom would say, "No, you'll see him tomorrow at school. It's too late for a phone call."
Well, we were always a lot of trouble, and we couldn't use the phone in private. You had to use the kitchen phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
see.
So there was some eavesdropping just to make sure there was no malfeasance,
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I had one where when I went to have a sleepover at my buddy's house, we weren't allowed to sleep in the same room.
That's weird.
Yeah, that's
Tell me
That's
about
out
it.
there.
What do you think?
I never asked, and in fact, I hadn't thought about it forever until we brought this up,
Isn't
and I
that
went,
the
"Oh,
fun
that's
of
right."
a sleepover party as a
Well,
kid?
we still
though,
did
is
that.
giggling
Of
until
course.
the sun
Of
comes
course.
up.
We waited until his parents went to
Oh.
bed, and we just hung out anyway.
Easy,
but then
easy.
I would go to a different room to go to sleep, so we didn't get in trouble.
Your shower one though reminds me there was some celebrity that only used paper towels to dry off. Like they were like germophobe. And so they just had rolls and rolls of paper towel in the bathroom, and it was Tiny Tim. Tiny Tim.
No
Remember
way.
Tiny Tim?
Yes.
I swear to God.
Well, but it
only paper
it wasn't
towels.
paper towels. It was the 2-ply. It was Charmin. He's a little guy. He just needed the little. See, he didn't need a whole roll of Bounty.
Wasn't he like kind of big?
No,
though?
he wasn't. Yeah, he wasn't that tiny.
Tiptoe through the tulips.
So he would dry off from the shower with paper towels.
Paper towel.
Wow.
Head to toe, throw them away, never touch them again.
Fair enough. And
It's
I
recyclable.
But then
I
you
had-
never have to wash a towel.
I
either.
had friends who recycled their paper towels, who would dry paper towels to reuse
I know
them.
those people.
Yeah.
There's lots
Serious?
of those people. My mom does she does Ziploc bags. Anytime you go to her house, there'll be Ziploc bags on top of the sink, on top of each knob, drying out for
Yeah.
the next use.
My
yeah.
mom too, yeah.
And they always reek like stinky cheese. I'm like, what? You're gonna use this for stinky cheese again?
Yeah,
and
yeah.
she's like, well, maybe. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, you never know. You
Yeah.
never know.
My mom reuses washes and reuses Ziplocs too.
Yep. Which is
Weird.
great for the environment and
Sure,
all that.
sure.
And yeah, let's promote that. But stinky cheese.
My mom, born in 1928, in the early 80s, when I had my first actual girlfriend, I learned a very painful lesson, which was girls don't call boys, boys call girls. Because my girlfriend called the house and my mom told her that.
No way.
No, honey,
No.
Connie, no. You know what? Honey, it's inappropriate. He'll call you.
Wow.
And I looked at my mom and I said, what century are you from? It is
That's some
1981.
ancient gender roles right there.
Yeah, it was real hardcore. Like, whoa, hold on a minute.
God.
She was for her credit. She was born in a very different time.
Very different time.
Very
Sure.
different time.
This is also the woman who the first time I was ever going to get on a plane was like, oh, no, you're not wearing that.
Oh, did you have to dress up?
Oh, yeah.
It was
She-
like an
she was
occasion.
insisting I put on like
And now
much
people
nicer
are
clothes for a
Barefoot
flight.
with pajama bottoms and
Yeah, we definitely went way past the line
Yeah, we
with
did.
this.
we might snug it back in. We'll see.
We should. I mean, and I'm a guy who doesn't mind wearing an open-toed
No.
sandal, but not on a plane.
Oh, the feet stuff on a plane drives me absolutely insane.
It's pretty wild.
Yeah, the things people will do with their feet on planes.
We have photos of a family trip where a woman put her foot up between the seat and the wall. Like my daughter's sitting there, and to her right, like over her right
There's
shoulder
a
on the
foot.
wall where the window, there's a foot, a socked
Was it?
foot.
At least it was socked.
It was
At
socked.
least
Okay.
it was socked.
Yeah.
Hey, Alan in Minneapolis just said went inside. We had to go inside when the street lights came on. That's not so
Oh, yeah, that's
strange,
true.
but that's an old school
That was
rule.
standard.
For sure.
Yeah.
As soon as the lights came on, you went home.
Yeah.
But yeah, we didn't have the streetlight thing. We had, in fact, in the summer, it was just be home. It was be home for dinner. We don't care what happens between 8 a.m. and 6 p.m. Just be home at
You
6.
sure were? Everyone sure was like on their own at that time. I was
Oh,
like, go
yeah.
do whatever.
Yeah.
Very good times.
I think that's how people get really creative, though. Like they don't have that time anymore.
1,000%.
You know?
Very true.
Could you go back out after dinner then, or are you in for the night?
Oh, no, we're out.
Back out, right?
Absolutely.
Did you come back when it got dark?
No. We were playing,
Sometimes.
Ghost in the Graveyard, Kick
Oh,
the
there
Can.
you
We had a
go.
lot of nighttime activities
yeah.
going in there.
Yeah.
Kick the
Yeah,
can
no.
was fun.
Yeah, the 70s were great. And there was
Yeah.
hippies smoking pot in the woods, and my parents didn't even care. Go figure.
No, you'll learn. You'll
Yeah.
figure it out.
Did they know there were hippies smoking pot in the woods?
I don't know.
Okay.
Probably.
It was a small town. They must have known.
Probably.
Word gets around.
They knew what was happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They always knew what was
Doesn't
happening.
fit their MO, that's all.
You going to see McCartney Friday night by any chance?
Oh, no. I
No?
wish.
Yeah.
I wish. Where's he playing at?
He's playing at a place called the U.S. Bank Stadium. It's a
Oh,
big
that's
football
a big
stadium
one.
right
That's
over there in Minneapolis.
It's a big one. He
It's a
loves
big
the
one.
small clubs.
Yeah.
Intimate
Intimate.
60,000 person show, yeah.
I love it. Oh, I wish I was going to that.
He is playing Nashville on this tour, and he's playing like a brand new venue that's about 3,500 seats.
Ooh.
Ooh,
And,
that would be amazing.
Yeah, and
Wow.
and the tickets are not cheap for that one if you
No?
want to
You
get
don't
in.
say.
What do they go for?
Oh, thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars.
all right.
That's crazy. But here, I don't think it's quite that bad.
All right. If anyone wants to send me a ticket, I'll gladly accompany them.
Well, we are putting together a Monday morning mixtape. A Paul song, Maggie. If you got one that you could. Okay, let's just say Paul walks in right now.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen.
Oh.
I'm not trying to. I'm not.
I got
setting you up.
excited for a minute.
He's got that guitar. He's going to play one song. What are you asking for?
I will.
Oh boy.
Just
Bang.
all love. Just
Yeah.
100% love.
It's
Man.
such a good song.
What just falling out of him at that stage too.
Yeah.
There's a 10-year 66 to 76 that put up any songwriter you want. It's like, nope, sorry, that's the greatest run ever.
I'm still waiting for that to happen to me as a comedian. Like I've heard it happen to like writers and songwriters and all sorts of creatives that it just like flows through them and they just have to get it out with pen. I'm waiting for that. It still hasn't it's not there yet.
Just keep on grinding.
I will.
You know what you should do?
What?
This is what I would do if I were you. I'd go to Hamburg in the northern coast of Germany.
Okay.
And I'd do like 8 hours a night for a couple of years.
Okay.
Because that's what they did.
Okay.
And then maybe
Did they really do 8 hours a night?
7 nights a week. That when they would do 8. They would do an hour on and an hour off, and
That's
they'd be there
like
all
boot
day.
camp, and that's
Wow.
what you need.
Well, that's the thing they always said. The reason they were, if that band live, everyone talks about the Beatles being like these great, amazing studio records, and of course that's all true.
Yeah.
But that band in 1963 and 64 was as good a rock and roll band as you could ever possibly see because they were playing for 8 hours a night for drunk Germans and drunk tourists and keeping them motivated. And you know, they always said we were the best band ever before anyone ever heard of us. And then it just fell apart playing stadiums through PAs and
So if
screaming
anyone knows
fans.
a booker in Hamburg, I'd really be interested. Okay.
We'll get the word out.
Easy.
Thank you
Go
so
down
much.
to the Reeperbahn, hang out with a bunch of strippers and sex workers. It worked great for the Beatles.
Super easy.
I want to now.
It really did.
Okay.
Yeah. The first time I ever went to Hamburg, of course, on tour, we walked to the Reeperbahn because every band you have to go to like, oh my God, this is where they were.
Yeah.
Here's the Ratskeller and here's these places. And it didn't rub off on us at all. We were still just the exact same. I thought we're going to go down there and we're going to bathe
gonna
ourselves
speak
in
to
the
you.
purifying waters of the sewage of
Minnetonka?
not a little different.
Oh, different. Okay.
It didn't really rub off. We were
All right.
trying. A lot of things were rubbing off down there, but not that. Maggie's at the Excelsior Comedy Festival. That's this Saturday, Excelsior Brewing Company. It opens at 1 p.m. It's free to the public. There's comedy all day long. There are food trucks and, of course, plenty of beer. That's going to be a good day.
Yeah. Please come down. Why wouldn't you? There's no money exchanged.
There's no money exchanged at all. It's
None.
just a good time.
I'll have my Venmo code, but you don't have to.
And a
put it in
nice high of 58, partly cloudy. That's
beautiful fall weather.
What kind of day is that?
That's perfection right
That's
there.
a perfect day, right?
But right on the website, the Big Island Citrus Blonde Ale from Excelsior Brewing, like that.
Let's go and drink that.
That would be. I mean, that could offset the 58 degrees, make it feel like it's a little bit like summer still.
Okay.
I don't know.
You coming?
Making stuff up. Sure.
Yeah,
We're getting more and more information about this winter, and they're calling for more snowy precipitation.
Really?
Maggie. Yeah.
So I'm going to be working.
You're going to be working.
Huh?
Allegedly.
As our favorite snowplow maven.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't
Can't wait for
mind.
the
I'm
ride
ready.
along. Can't
I'm
wait for the
ready.
ride along.
Oh, yeah, you have to come for it. Bring snacks.
1,000%.
Bring
It's gonna be
snacks.
great.
Also, don't be surprised because you're way, way, way up higher than you normally would be. And so people think we're going to tip over, but we
scared of
never,
heights.
ever tip over.
I'm scared of heights.
Good deal.
You're going to be okay.
Okay.
All right.
I feel, for some reason, I trust you.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah.
Trust.
She's
It's
doing
the
this.
foundation. It's the foundational pillar of this very show, Gorman in the Morning.
Trust.
Maggie, it's always our pleasure, dear.
Oh, my gosh. Thank you so much for having me.
Anytime.
Okay.
And I love that I say anytime, and you take that literally. I really do.
Yes.
I'm going to stop by then.
I tell everyone, hey, come back anytime. And Maggie's like,
I'm going to
"Damn
come back
straight."
one day when Elizabeth Reese is here
Okay.
because I adore her. She's so sweet.
All right.
And
Maybe
she
you guys.
is.
Well, you guys can arm wrestle and all kinds of stuff.
I'll
It'll
win.
be fun.
And
That'd be good for
There's not even going to be a
That'd be good
challenge.
social content.
All
Yeah,
right.
it would.
Yeah.
Something to look forward to. It's all I look for in a day.
Okay, thanks, silly gooses.
Gorman in the morning. Coming right back. 92 KQRS. Streaming from 92KQRS.com. Gorman in the morning is back. 92 KQRS.
As we roll along on a Monday morning, Maggie Faris is in studio.
I stuck around.
Which we appreciate.
Thanks for letting me.
Well, that's kind of how we like to roll around here. Right now, as it is the top of the hour, I'm feeling Minnesota, Paul Fletcher. So, how about some headlines?
We're going to fully take advantage of your free labor. 100%.
Okay.
The Canadian Pacific Holiday Train is preparing to make its way across the Midwest this December with 5 stops scheduled in Minnesota. They go up as far as like Thief River Falls, but they also get south, but they have plenty of spots here in the metro. Hastings, St. Paul, St. Louis Park, Minneapolis, and more. Holiday Train is basically a Canadian Pacific that rolls up, decked out in lights, stops, and then boom, one of the car doors opens, and there's live music.
And Santa comes out.
There's no Santa, but there's live music.
Okay.
All right.
There's no Santa?
There's no Santa?
Oh, man. This is like I feel like we should dress up and just be Santa.
Think of how long you'd have to ride in that boxcar before you pick up your instrument.
Wait, no Santa and no Sir Topham hat? No, thank you.
I have a feeling that they just jump on board like a mile out.
Okay, I would hope so, that they don't have to like boxcar from Cincinnati and then just be tuning and ready.
Well, the other thing is they probably have those cars all decked out too.
Hopefully there's a couch in there.
It's all family friendly. It's totally free, although it is designed to fundraise for our local food bank, so non-perishable donations are good. Cash is good. We've done it before. We've gone to the Buffalo stop, and it's a ton of fun. Live music. It's free.
Fair enough.
Can't be
Fair
beat.
enough.
Is there a bar car?
Yeah, I knew you were going to ask that.
The best question ever.
Yeah.
I researched the hell out of it, but here's the thing. You're just standing next to railroad tracks. So
Okay.
you could probably just bring your own.
It's
you know what I
family friendly, so you're going to need a bar car.
Yeah.
mean? Easy.
Yeah.
Take it easy.
I just have like a pop-up Christmassy holiday like bar I just came up with. It's called Schnapps and Hops.
Oh, I like
Ooh.
that.
And I'll get back to you with some more details.
Okay.
Featuring Jackass Chili.
I like it.
All right.
Oh, I want the Jackass chili and some schnapps.
I want to go to there.
Yeah.
Yep.
What?
Isn't that another 30? Okay, anyway.
Oscar-winning actress Diane Keaton passed at age 79 on Saturday. The cause of death was not immediately known, and immediately when I said that, Maggie put her cheek in her hand.
It's sad, and I just found out last night because I'm not on the ball. But it made me so sad.
Well, you were in Billings, Montana, right?
Yeah,
they don't have the internet there.
No,
so,
they
yeah.
don't have news.
Yeah.
Sad. She was so lovely. So lovely.
Absolutely. And we were saying earlier, there's no comparison. There's not someone you go like, oh, Diane's like so-and-so. She was just
there's always like
completely
cookie cutters
unique.
of people, and
Yeah.
she was not in a cookie cutter
Not
at all.
Not at all.
Just adorable. Just unbelievable. One of a kind.
Yep.
Quick reminder, the Aussie doc Coming Home is out today. We've speculated on this for quite some time, and it'll be available for streaming on the Peacock. If you have the Peacock, Coming Home starts today.
Noted.
Good.
Yes.
Let's go.
An Ocean's 11 prequel is on the way. While George Clooney teases Ocean's 14, apparently, I didn't know anything about that. Bradley Cooper and Margot Robbie are in talks to star in the prequel. The project will tell the tale of what happened before Danny Ocean, George Clooney back in the day, and his team pulled off the ultimate casino heist in 2001. Any thoughts? You into a prequel of Ocean's whatever?
Sure.
Would they call it
Sure.
Ocean's 9 or
Ocean's
10?
point
or-
1, Ocean's point 0042. If it's a prequel,
Sure.
it's
Cool,
before,
right?
yeah.
See how
Negative
the crew came
Oceans,
together?
Yeah,
That's what-
Negative
Negative
Oceans.
Negative Oceans. There you
I'll
go.
go
I
watch
like it.
that.
Yeah.
That sounds like science.
Steve's out. He's so bored.
Couldn't care less.
Yeah, all right.
It's just one of those. I mean, the first one came out. It's all right. It's good. Yeah.
The first
a lot
one
of
was good.
stars. It's like Mad World. Look at all the stars. And after a while, it's like, just leave it. Come on.
I feel you.
fair.
Always good to see Elliot Gould getting a run.
Did you see? Oh, so you're talking the original?
Yeah.
I was going to ask you if you'd seen that one. Have
Yeah,
you seen both the original and the George Clooney? Right?
I saw the old school one, and then I saw the Clooney one when it came out.
Which was your favorite?
Just the Clooney one's great.
Okay.
You know, it's fine.
It
It does
is.
the job. But then it's like everything else. You go back to the well. It's like, why? Just leave it.
Yeah.
Leave it alone.
Hollywood can't do that. It's all about recycling.
Yeah. Well, and ching.
Oh, yeah, because
Cha-ching.
it's easy and it makes money. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. Let's
Tonight
rewrap it.
at the Grand Casino Arena, the Minnesota Wild will do it again. They will be hosting the Los Angeles Kings, a team of note, trying to bounce back from Saturday's ass whooping at the hands of the Columbus Blue Jackets.
What was the score?
7-4.
Ew.
It was awful. It's just there was no effort. Like they should have been out of their minds for the home opener.
And 3 of those goals were that good guy.
Yeah, and 3 of our goals were Kirill Kaprizov. Yes.
Oh, my.
You know what?
Give him some more money.
early
He'll
in the
score more.
It's early in the season. I'm hopeful they bounce back tonight.
We're gonna check out the game tonight.
Yeah.
Looking
Oh,
forward
yeah,
to
we
it.
are.
You know
Yeah.
what? They'll probably know we're there, and they'll rise to the occasion.
I just need
Usually-
to run away
I'll tell 'em.
either
I'll
way
make a
so
call.
we can leave in the second period.
Right. Usually when you score 4, you feel pretty good about your chances.
Yeah.
Let's see. Around the NFL last night, Detroit Lions lost to the
Ouch.
Chiefs last night. There was a big brawl at the end of the game. That's the story of the game, really. Brian Branch of the Detroit Lions will probably be suspended and fined a good bit. He's a fighter. He's a problematic guy. He's a hothead. But the Lions are down. They have fallen to 4-2. The Packers beat Cincinnati yesterday. They are 3-1-1. And the Bears, we're just keeping it to the division.
Bears.
The Bears are playing tonight, one of 2 Monday Night Football games. When did the whole double
that's
dose
weird.
on Monday Night Football start? Because it just seemed like they snuck that one in.
Like 10 years ago, I think.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, but
I'm always surprised.
Didn't it used to just be week 1? They would do a doubleheader, and now it's like frequent, right?
Pretty
or is it every
frequent.
week? Is it every Friday?
Not
or
every,
Monday?
not every,
Okay.
but a lot. Major League Baseball rolls along. The Milwaukee Brewers are playing the Dodgers in the NLCS. The Dodgers' payroll is $509 million this for 1 year of baseball. $509 million. The Brewers, $121 million. Let's go Underdogs. My goodness, that's a little nuts.
Yeah.
Elk River. Let's discuss Elk River
a good
momentarily. There's water. It's the river. Then elk, a large land mammal that we're all familiar with. And somebody looked
Much
at it
like
too
a
and said it's a
moose.
good name for a town.
Well, the elk would go into the river.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
A couple minutes ago, you said, the musicians on the train, you said they probably just hop on like a mile out.
Yeah. I'm just,
Did you look it up?
Lenny
No, I'm
Kravitz.
just-
No.
No, you haven't
Lenny
finished.
Kravitz, a rock star of note.
Yeah, I've heard of
on
him.
the 1996 Horde tour, his band, they were headlining the Blues Traveler tour. And if you were around the backstage area in the middle of the afternoon, 3 or 4 o'clock, you'd hear a roar and look out. And then coming into the backstage area where all the buses and trucks are, you'd see Lenny and his band all riding in on Harleys.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
and
cool.
they were trucked in, and about a mile away, they
No
pull
way.
over. And
That's kind of dumb.
Oh, yeah.
That's
They just wanted people to
okay,
think
but did they have like the
they
guitar?
came in from Cedar Rapids on
Of
those
course
Harleys.
they did.
No,
They're
they
such
parked a mile down the
dudes.
road.
But-
247 on stage. That
So
guy.
like 2 drumsticks while they're riding and like a guitar strapped to their
I
back. Like were they
never
ready
noticed
to
that.
go? Or
Didn't see that.
Okay,
no.
all right.
No, but the best was they'd pull in and then they'd all circle up and they'd park and then they'd stand there and check the bike, like look at yeah. It's pretty
Real
funny.
motorheads,
Pretty
real
funny
gearheads.
shtick. And along the way, hit song or two. Maggie, it's always our pleasure, dear.
Thank you so much for having me in here.
We're setting up ride-alongs. Maggie is, of course, our favorite snowplow operator in the Twin Cities.
Also, Friday, I'll be in Chaska, and then next Wednesday, I do my For the Record show, which is downtown at Camp Bar, Laugh Camp Comedy Club.
Nice.
I wanna go to
Wednesday, it's
Nice.
a 7 o'clock show. You're going to be home by 9.
I went to that last month. I brought my neighbor. It was a total blast.
See?
Very much
Fun.
worth the ticket. So
Fun.
highly recommend.
And we have all technical difficulties ironed out, so we'll start on time and be done on time as well.
If you want to find Maggie online, just remember Extreme Maggie is the handle on Instagram and otherwise.
Yep, that's me.
It's always a pleasure. Here's your last word. The band Pearl Jam with the song Alive.
Oh.
Clearly a historical tune. They were singing about what went down on this day 53 years ago. October 13th, 1972 is the day that a
Okay.
plane carrying the rugby team from Uruguay crashed into the Andes.
Oh, no.
They ran out of food on the 10th day, those who survived the crash. And after hearing on a portable radio that the rescue had been called off, well, the 16 survivors had to then resort to cannibalism. True story.
Yep.
As detailed in the 1974 book Alive by Piers Paul Reed, a book that was just in the Gorman house my whole child. It was just pick it up and start reading through it.
What?
It was just one of those. There was a handful of books, and one of them was Helter Skelter, and the other was Alive, and it was just always there. And I would read it
Wow.
and be terrorized.
I guess.
And then, of course, the
100%.
movie from 1993, Alive, 69-day ordeal. These guys were in the Andes Mountains and were, of course, famously surviving by eating the flesh of their departed teammates. An incredible story.
What?
So they died before they ate them.
Well, they were
Well,
already
yeah.
dead. They did not. Yeah. There was not a, hey, let's sacrifice this guy to eat him. There were people that did not survive the crash
okay.
or the immediate day, the
Yes.
early days of the ordeal.
Yeah.
An incredible story.
It
And
really
actually,
is.
Eddie Vedder's not writing about that at all.
No.
But hey, you know what? I did notice the song title was right there. So I went ahead and jumped on it. Tomorrow on Gorman in the Morning, What do we have? Boy, we got McCartney tickets we're going to give away.
Oh, yeah.
In another rendition of Twin Cities Civil War.
Yeah.
We got Wisconsin, Texas, Florida.
Your edition.
My edition.
Steve's up.
And then what we have to deal with right now is, well, I don't know. You tell me, Paul Fletcher, what's coming up right now?
What you have to deal with?
Yeah.
Hopefully it's rewarding and you look forward to it. But just after 11:45, we'll go commercial free. And once again, chances at $1,000. Once again, chance to get to Chicago for Rush.
Rush tickets,
Oh, hell yeah.
$1,000 and great music. That sounds like a plan.